Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I say Liverpool, we there. Every game we there. From on field to everywhere. Premier League, we say. All the rest is the only way. For me, for you. We chat football, eh. We chat football, eh. Liverpool, we there. Oh, Premier League, we there.
Yeah, big everybody who joined. Sorry, a bit late to the stream, but you know what it is. So they say lateness is greatness, and we go from there. Yes. So what? The last stream before the deadline day kicks in. Last stream before this streaming while the Manchester City Brighton game is on. That's on at 0-0 at the moment. So yeah, just gonna catch that in. Put on my early morning glasses so I can see the score. Yeah, you know how it goes. We just yeah. So I don't miss out on anything. It's too early. Eyes don't work properly in the morning. Now let's say you're getting old. Yeah, something like that. But anyways, big up to everybody. You know what to do. It's to 250 subscribers, same as usual. Drop a comment once you're on the stream. You know, we're just kicking it, chatting, all that kind of stuff. Ooh, this tough game this morning. Looks like from what I'm seeing, I just start watching the game because I missed the first I would say 10 minutes of the game. Yeah, hopefully Brighton can get a win over Manchester City. Brighton needs that win. Oh, it looks like a good ball. Oh, what a save. What a save by Trafford. Like right off the money. Big save by Trafford. Right off the money. That is great. Right off the money. Massive save by Trafford. Yeah, it is. Yeah, City's under the cosh here, but while the game is on and we're doing all that, we'll be talking about we call it as well the transfer market because there's a bunch of stuff happening in the transfer market as we speak. As I see that, before I went to bed last night, I saw that United is looking to bring what's his name into the club. Emi Martinez is looking to be coming to United. United looks like they want to bring Emi Martinez in and stuff. Let's change a view on that a bit. Dropped a bit square, yeah. So United looks like they want to bring Emi Martinez into the club, which is interesting to say the least. It's an interesting signing to want to bring Emi Martinez in. But I think that they're not taking a chance with the whole goalkeeper thing anymore. I think there's no more trial on the goalkeeper thing. I think they just realized that it is what it is right now, and they can't take any more chances because the goalkeepers that they're having is letting them down like really bad. So I think they're just gonna go in and get a goalkeeper in. My thing is why just now? Why haven't gone into the summer? But that's Manchester United. They do things the way they do things. With all that wrapped, with all that said, we're still looking at the whole Isak scenario to see what's happening with that. Is that gonna change at all? Is Isak scenario gonna be changed at all, or is it gonna be the same? Same old, same old. Will Liverpool get Isak? Will that come through? So no, I don't know, but we see. Be fun to see Isak at Liverpool. We're talking about Maguire. We have it that Chelsea tried to hijack the deal, Not sure how true that is, but I read somewhere that Chelsea tried to hijack the deal, but couldn't reach personal terms because Mark Guay, he said that he wants to go to Liverpool. Don't know that some Liverpool journalists trying to get at the situation or not, but that's what the rumor came out and said that that's happening. But so yeah, we go from there. Like Amarim just what I would say just get a win to save his job literally by the skin of his teeth. So we see how that goes. That should buy him another couple of games. Yeah, Brighton versus City. Brighton looks like, from what I'm seeing, I might miss the first couple minutes of the game, but from what I'm seeing, looks like Brighton is giving City a good run for their money this today. That's what I'm seeing from so far. It looks like that's the case. But this like is a completely different lineup from City. Yeah, the lineup look different. I wasn't here for the lineup, so I wasn't sure what was taking this. Oh yeah, Custom Stones, Nunez, Bernardo Silva, Rodri Reinders, Oscar Bob, Marmoush, and Haaland. And gotta say, Pep doesn't play around with his formations, man. Ooh, that's a close one for. That's a close one. Go by Oscar Bob. And just laying it off to Haaland. My thing though, I'm looking at Brighton's lineup. Danny Welbeck up top again. I don't know. I think Brighton need to move away from Welbeck. They need a new striker up top. Definitely need a new striker. Ooh, Haaland got again. And it's a good save by the goalkeeper. Yeah, that the first one was a save by the goalkeeper. Yeah, Ain't cooking at City. Like not my cup of tea as a fullback. To be fair, like I am not one that rated Ain't very highly, but from a defensive point, from an attack point, it's good. But yeah. Oh Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think Brighton should have looked on to pick up a striker this season outside of Danny Welbeck. I think Danny Welbeck time at leading the line for Brighton has come to an end. I know you guys lost João Pedro, but you should have picked somebody else. should have. And stuff. This is, yeah, because this is like, I think he's one of the reasons I think why you guys haven't been scoring much over this season. Okay, Marmouche is in. I know I'm a little late. I'm at 26:54, so I know that I'm late. So we're just checking out some news as we try to do this, like see what's coming in at the same time. Because again, it's coming up to that. It's coming up to that last deadline day, and I want to see if Mark he's coming to Liverpool or if Sack is moving. Yeah, there's so much to do in this last window, and they're not moving. Is Liverpool gonna be pivot someone else, or what's happening there? So, just a lot happening in this last couple of windows where it's like just on your P's and Q's to see where it goes from there. So Rodri back, I think that changes a lot for City this season. With Rodri back, that's gonna change a lot for them this season. But yeah, who knows? Yeah, come on, Brighton. We need to make twos. Yeah, we need you, Brighton. Slow the City train down. City outside of the Premier League race would be a good look for us because then again it's just one a club we have to worry about. And I can work with that. Yeah, so I'm just trying to find out. I'm trying to find some news, see what's happening across the world of the transfer window. We don't have to jump on Twitter. I really don't want to go Twitter right now. So as I said, the first thing popped up when I checked the news is that Martinez is still trying to force. I think he's gonna try to see if he can get to Manchester United. That's an interesting one for him if he decides that he wants to move to United over or staying at Aston Villa, but he wanted to leave Villa before the end of the season. And Anthony still trying to start with a loan move for Anthony heading to Betis, so he's going back to Betis on loan. I think that's going to be his career for the rest of the time at Manchester United. And the Highland completes medical ahead of a loan move to Napoli, which is loan plus £43 million option to buy. My thing is, it's still good enough that they were able to get that deal for South. So it looks like Manchester City score. And who else? Erling Haaland. Erling Ford. Yeah, Erling Haaland score. Ooh. Eric Ten Hag future on the threat at Bayer Leverkusen. Why am I not surprised? Yeah, he's way on side. Why am I not surprised that Ten Hag features on the threat at Leverkusen? I don't know. So many managers out there that Leverkusen could have hired this season, and they decided to hire Ten Hag. And then wondering why everybody's jumping ship and they can't get to go get like any points on the board. Some mad signing, to be fair. What is happening around the world? Let's see what they're saying over X. Oh, so Manchester United have a good personal term. The Martinez. Interesting. Jamie Vardy is back. And Aston Villa's look to bring in Turkish goalkeeper. Okay, that's that's lit up really quickly. Good move for United. As I said, that story broke last night when I was about to go to bed that well, that could be the case. But how much is Aston Villa asking for? Well, that's the thing. It's so yeah, so they're they're looking to sign up the Royal Antwerp goalkeeper. Okay. That's Aston Villa play. They are Aston Villa's playing tomorrow. Or Aston Villa's playing today. So I guess that there's a high chance that he won't be playing today. Emmy. If Aston Villa is playing today and they're looking to ship him out, then it's a high possibility that he won't be playing today then. Which is crazy. So I guess that's the biggest transfer news so far of the morning. Yeah, yeah, he's on 150 a week. So that's an interesting one. So he's on 150 a week. Emmy Martinez, and with Villa in having some PSI issues, getting 150 a week off their book, that looks good. And getting another goalkeeper in. I mean, me personally, I rate Emmy Martinez. Not a lot of people do, but like I do rate Emmy Martinez as a goalkeeper. So, and United is getting a good goalkeeper now. Will go to United and get in that United trap of underperforming as soon as he get there? We'll see. We will see on that one. But I guess nothing has changed on that front, to be fair. Oh, the only thing I'm seeing is there is no Aperture Isak, and people are having a meltdown. it is what it is. Mark Gray expected to play for Crystal Palace today. Yeah, why wouldn't he? I don't see the reason why Mark Gray wouldn't play for Crystal Palace. We have not submitted a bid yet. And if a bid hasn't submitted as yet and the medical has started, what would stop Crystal Palace from playing it? At the end of the day, Crystal Palace needs points on the board, and he's their captain. So why would they play him today? That's what I'm thinking. So yeah, he will be playing today. He should be playing today. Isak, on the other hand, even if Isak comes in right now, when are we gonna see Isak play? To be fair, because he missed like the whole preseason. So ooh. Brighton keeper is moving dangerously in his box. Still surprised. Still trying to figure out why Chelsea spend the money on Garnacho, even though it's a loan. Still a shocker for me on that one. Still have the likes of like Sancho. What's gonna happen to Sancho this season? Because I don't think he's gonna get any move this season. Like personally, I don't think he's gonna get any move this season. So yeah, it's gonna happen to that. Where does United go from there? It's a lot of money on their books, which I always say it's a good look. It's extremely good look. Because we love to see United struggle, right? So nothing changes from what I read, I mean, last night as well, before I call it a night, is that Liverpool bid 35 mil for Mark Way, and it's the same old, same old. I don't know if that's accepted. I don't know. Where that's going from there, but I guess it's not because he's playing today. So Crystal Palace have to really think about that one. Yeah, just the same as what I heard. Hold on. So yeah, that's nothing new either. Thought there was just some notification on my phone. Thought that was something new about the whole Isak thing, but it's nothing new. That's the same old on that front. It was just from Dave O'Cop, but that's nothing new from there. The same old on that story. Just a lot of retweets from the man himself, Dave O'Cop. But oh, so the only thing coming out is that the game between Arsenal and Liverpool, the VAR official has been dropped after the Fulham controversy. Okay, that's interesting. That is interesting that they decided to drop the VAR official after that game. Very interesting indeed. Talks continues. Liverpool look to reach an agreement with Isak. That was tweeted what, an hour ago. Get nothing changed. Nothing changed on that front. And these are all from Dave O'Cop. I mean, the stance, and there's also like 3 hours ago, I think AC Milan submit a bit for Joe Gomez. He ain't going nowhere, not at this time of the window. Wissa looks like he's still at Brentford. Don't know what's happening with that. Also, the thing is that they're willing to let Joe Gomez leave if they're able to send Mark Guay. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. I'd say keep them both, but I guess that's where it's at. So it's coming up. It's halftime. Coming up to halftime at this game right now between City and Brighton. 1-0 halftime. 1-0. I think it's gonna be up for City. I think City's gonna wrap this one up really quickly. Without a doubt, they're gonna wrap this up really quickly. What do you think of the game coming up? Liverpool versus Arsenal. Do you think Arsenal can take this one? Yes or no? So these are all the news that I miss. Oh, but Crystal Palace. That's when? That was a couple of days ago. Yeah, I don't think Crystal Palace is gonna sign Joe Gomez out. I think that one is washed on the table right now. But it's interesting to see who Crystal Palace look to go for if they're willing to bring if they end up losing Mark Guay before the window closes. That's where the interesting part is. Like who do they go for from there? But yeah, City's playing. The City's completely dominating Brighton, like completely dominating them, which is expected. I mean, that was kind of expected. In a game like this, 1-0 up. in going into the game. Brighton is in some attack. They're missing a lot in attack right now. Man, one thing with Twitter or X or whatever way you call it is that there's so much like fake stories out here. There's so much like Isak has Liverpool has agreed terms Isak. I'm like, come on, man. Anyway, people, it's a short stream today because again, normally by this time, pulling up stream ends and they start later, but it still ends at the same time. Just maybe stretched out to about 40 minutes, um, and then just run it from there. But yeah, you know, Mark Gray he might be coming into Liverpool. He might not. East might be coming in. He might not. But with only one day left in the transfer window, Liverpool need reinforcements. I think there's a lot of panic happening right at the end of a transfer window due to the fact that these players is due to the fact of how Liverpool is playing. I'm just gonna put it as it is. Due to the fact that Liverpool is playing, there's a lot of panic station at the end of the window, and I think that's where it's at. If Liverpool wasn't playing the way it is, then a lot of people would be panicking. Um, do we need Isak in? Yeah, maybe. Maybe getting Isak in is a good thing. Maybe we don't need Isak. We need to change our focus somewhere else. I don't think Ekatike started out brightly. The only problem is that if Ekatike gets injured, then that's it. It's a wrap for us. A complete wrap for the whole thing. Liverpool, if Ekatike get injured, and that's where we're running from. Because we're very, very light in attack. We're extremely light in defense. On paper, it shows that we have four, but in reality, let's be honest, Kanate could get an injury any minute now because he's going for what I presume be his first season injury free. And that's it. He's going to his second season. There's a contract looming. Doesn't look like himself going into this season. So we do need a centre back, and Joe Gomez is struggling to get fit, and that's just a problem for me. Is that because Joe Gomez is struggling to get fit at the moment, then we have to go out and get it. We bought a young centre. Don't know how he's gonna go with the league. We all know how that works already. So yeah, we need attackers. We have Gomera, where he is actually looking good, looking at a prospect. But do we want to build on him going forward? Yes, but do we want to like just I would say put him into the game as starters if something was to happen to Cody Gakpo or one of the players? No, because I don't think he deserved to be thrown in the deep end all the way out there that quickly. So that's just my thoughts on the Gamera situation. We still don't have a cover for Salah. We still don't have a cover for the striker, and I think we're still IDM short to play the way Slot wants to play. But we do have Endo in the squad that can be the IDM, can be an actual destroyer. But to play the way Slot wants to play, we're a bit short in that category. And sorry guys, not much sleep last night. That's why I was a bit late. But yeah, outside of that, I think we're looking good. Game against Arsenal, I think that we'll beat Arsenal there. That's just me. I think it'll be close, but I think we'll beat Arsenal. But anyways, guys, catch you on the stream on Tuesday night stream, which is over the top, and that's where we'll be on Tuesday night stream. So trying to work out another show, but just working out, ironing out some things for that show to go from there.